Good morning, everybody. Nice to see you here today. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Well, I just have to log on this line to see that I have access to video chat. Second. Welcome, everybody. Just checking out to see that I have a connection. How's your morning today? How is your morning today? Good morning. I hope you're having a great day. Just a second. Thank you for being here today. And I'll tell you why I started the Clarity Collective first. Before we get into anything, I just want to let you know that the reason why I started the Clarity Collective is because I know that a lot of times we're told that we need to have these big, audacious goals. And that's what actually helps us. And that's how we get further in life. And that's fine as long as you know how to break them down into smaller goals and you know how to do it. But the problem is that a lot of people I've seen in my coaching and my therapy practice, I've seen that people give up on these goals because they don't know what to do, right? They stop paying attention to their goals because it feels like too much of a task to be able to do that. And that becomes heavy on them. So I'm trying here to see that, wherever you are, at whatever level you are, great clarity through your day, great purpose through your day, or you happen to struggle with it, let's see how we can take this one step further, one notch further, and be able to deal with our days in a more present manner. That's the objective that I have for these 21 days. And I'm really glad that you're joining me here for these 21 days. It's really nice of you to take out the time and stop by for 15 minutes. And I would like to show you how 15 minutes can make a big, big difference in your life. Every day, 15 minutes can make a big difference in your life, right? The reason being that whatever you do, if you look at what anybody says, it's the consistency that matters, it's not the size of the goal, right? So let's be consistent about using these 15 minutes to our advantage. Use these 15 minutes to make sure that our mornings are better, right? So the hope for this is that once you're done with this, you will feel refreshed and you have a day that you know how to begin, right? You have always been beginning your days, but I hope today you will not begin it on autopilot like we usually do. So that's the intention for today. It's a very small thing that we're going to be discussing and talking about for just 15 minutes every day for the next 21 days. And these 21 days should create, as we go along, we're creating a different topics that we're talking about will actually lead us to this space where we're able to have better mornings or better days. And if you're watching this at a later time, that's great too. Please remember that it doesn't matter when you're doing this. You can do this in your morning, wherever that is, right? Just a second. All right. So I'd just like you to think of this. For the next 15 minutes, I'd like for you to remember that every email can wait, right? Every notification can wait. This is your time, and let's keep it. Let's maintain that sacredness of this time. Keep these 15 minutes for yourself. And as you take a nice deep breath in, I'd like you to just set the intention to be here present for the next 15 minutes. So if you're bringing your coffee or something to drink, please take a sip. I need to keep reminding myself to drink because in my work I talk a lot, so my throat goes dry very often. So make sure that you are well hydrated as well. So what are you choosing today? Let's not look at what you're hoping for or what you're worried about, but what are you choosing? So you can type in a word that works for you. I'd like you to say hello in the chat and to type in the chat. What is this one thing that you want for today? Is it a sense of peace? Is it patience or courage that you want? Here's the chat, and I'm just saying hi here so that you can come by there just in case you can't see it on your screen. Do you want courage? Do you want focus or determination? What is it that you really want to have today? And what is it that you're willing to keep one small thing that ensures that you don't start your day on autopilot, right? Now, just let's remember we haven't changed our circumstances. The house we live in or the office that we're in is the same. Nothing has changed about that. Nothing has changed about how people are interacting with us. Nothing has changed about our environment. But we are choosing something today that is changing our direction. We are going to change our direction for the entire day intentionally. And that is what is going to make sure that we do our best for ourselves every single day. Right? Let's see what your intention for the day is. Anyone willing to share? Let me tell you what I'm choosing today. I've already said this on the previous one, but I'm going to repeat that for you as well. Today I'm choosing patience because I'm choosing to be a little more patient with myself and think and actually space out things intentionally so that I'm patient with myself and I do things at a slower pace today. That is my intention for today. And before our day starts, most of us, we don't even realize we're already into somebody else's expectation. Somebody else is setting up priorities for us. So if someone sent us an email, like I can just tell you about what happened to me once. I woke up once and I picked up my phone before my feet touched the ground. Right. And I saw a very stressful email, and that stressful email made me impatient. So I wasn't paying attention to my breakfast. I wasn't paying attention to what was on the stove. I burnt up something, and I had nothing really terrible happen. That email wasn't about anything terrible, but it just did not match the expectation that I had. So unknowingly, I had already given my priorities to somebody else and taken on their priority. So my priority was on the back burner, while somebody else's priority had taken up my whole day. Now, this is something that we see happening to us on a daily basis, but sometimes we notice, sometimes we don't, right? The whole point of this 21-day program is to help us set intentions, little intentions, so that we become clearer about what we want to do from time to time. And each day we will be doing different things, like I said already. So we will keep gradually increasing or changing our perspective to a better place, right? So you may have had one of these days as well, a day when your priorities were taken over by somebody else's priorities. So would you like to share that with me in the chat? Have you ever had something like that happening to you? Now just imagine another morning. Just suppose you've woken up, you've taken one nice breath, deep breath, and you ask yourself, what do I want to do today? Who do I want to be today? Just this question. Yeah. So there may be several answers. Like for me, it could be Sana, the therapist, Sana, the entrepreneur, Sana, the coach. I could have chosen anything, right? Or Sana, the friend. Today I may just choose not to do any work and just go and meet my friends and be with them, right? Now, who or what do you want to choose to be today? Same person, same house, same work or job, just a different beginning. Just a different beginning. And that changes everything. And that literally changes everything for you, right? I'm going to keep my promise to stick to 15 minutes, okay? So if I overshoot by 1 or 2, just let me know so I know that I need to get back there, okay? So here's the idea that I'd like you to carry with you today. Between what happens to you and what you do next, there's a choice, okay? I'm repeating that for you. Between what happens to you and what you do next, there is a choice. Sometimes it's only a second long, sometimes it's a split second, sometimes it's much bigger, right? But that 1 second or less can actually change a conversation, it can change a meeting, it can change a relationship, and it can even change the story you tell yourself, right? So, where might life invite you to make that choice today? I'd like you to think about this. And if you would like to share, I'm here available on the chat and I'd like you to share that as well. So let's prepare for the day, okay? Just a little mindfulness activity that I'd like you to do for the day. Take a nice deep breath. If you can, close your eyes. And I'd just like you to place your feet firmly on the ground or make sure that your legs are on the ground. Soften your shoulders and take 3 long, soft breaths. And I'm going to help you through that right now. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in again, breathe out again. And once more, breathe in and breathe out. Now picture yourself walking through your day. Imagine you receive either a difficult message or somebody interrupts you in what you're doing or the traffic slows you down. Your plan changes. Any of these things, right? I want you to notice your first reaction to that. How do you react? What's happening? And then I want you to go back 5 days prior or a week prior and see how you reacted when a similar thing happened to you. Just imagine that. A similar thing happening to you earlier. And how did you react then? Now, I just want you to imagine that you're pressing a gentle pause button. And then I want you to ask yourself, what's my next best choice? What is my next best choice? Now I want you to look forward and look at the quality you chose for today. Like for me, it's patience. For you, it could be courage. For you, it could be focus. It could be anything. So I want you to focus on that. Pick that one quality and see yourself responding to the day with that quality that you've chosen today. Okay? Just imagine this in your mind, and when you feel like you're complete, sorry about that, I want you to just slowly open your eyes. And I want you to remember you don't have to be perfect today. You don't have to remember it all through the day. It's okay. I just want you to do it once, pause once, make one choice, and that is enough for today. Okay? So, very small thing, very small ask of yourself, because I don't want you to be overwhelmed by doing too much. Okay? So, just for once, remember, pause once and make that one choice. So, if you've chosen focus, focus on what you're doing. And with one final deep breath, quietly say to yourself, I begin again. I'd like you to just say to yourself that you begin again. So remember, you've already made your choice. And tonight, don't ask, did I have the perfect day? Because that's not what our intention is. We don't want to look at a perfect day. What we want to look at is, did I remember my choice at least once? Just once. Did I pause and make my choice at least once? Because that's how change begins, with a small pause. Okay? And tomorrow, we're going to meet this invisible force that makes all our decisions, all our daily decisions again. And we're going to change that again tomorrow with another little step. So until then, thank you and hope to see you every morning. Begin again every morning. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. And please do like, share, and subscribe. Until tomorrow, have a great day. Bye bye.